station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away,
And good Tuesday morning.
Hello.
I am Chip Matthews. She is Taylor Turcotte. This is the Chip Matthews Show here on WYAB. Okay. Right here.
Good morning.
Good morning. And he was just talking about the news story that I want to mention
Okay.
about the employees from the Justice Court of Madison County being fired for stealing $3,000. And I saw where Trey Baxter is one of the supervisors in Madison County, who abstained from voting. And he said, until others in the county are held accountable
as well.
Yeah, as well. I mean, for instance, the person that got into no trouble on $2.7 million was also related to one of the supervisors. You know, but she didn't get
the M word.
She did
million.
2.7
million.
That's
a lot of money.
Yeah. And
that's
I mean,
a lot of money.
And they're still looking for that money all the time. And I just sit there and I go, that's exactly the kind of accountability you need.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think of the accountability.
Start making a list.
Then let's talk about accountability now.
Okay.
In Rankin County yesterday, everybody in the world showed up and held their supervisors accountable, and they rescinded the vote.
Did they?
And the trailer law, and the people that were being called trailer trash won.
Any explanation why they wanted to put it out in the first place? Did they even? I
don't know how far they went in that. They apologized for doing it, but the people, once again, the people showed up and held the people accountable.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Exactly what has to happen in the world.
Exactly.
People have to hold people accountable.
They do.
And so, as we look at the upcoming races that you and I are both involved in,
right?
And then, of course, I'm going to court today in Canton,
right.
which we'll go into that in a little bit deeper in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was just thinking about what Kim Wade was talking about last night about the candidates in Jackson.
Yeah, but let's talk about this for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I don't know what Kim said. I didn't listen to him yesterday. I was busy getting prepared for court today.
Right.
But the thing is this: if you or I were to win our race, if I became mayor of Canton,
right,
and you won Ward 7, because the cultural change, when you look at us, we look different from who has been running everything.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if we look different from everybody else, we are going to be held to a higher standard to produce. If I become mayor of Canton after 30 years of not having a mayor who was white, I will be held accountable to a higher standard. And I think that is what we need. I mean, nothing against Tim Taylor.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And nothing against that. But I just feel like you expect me to fail.
Yeah. I'm not that far of a difference.
Yeah. You're not a difference because
it's a white female that is in the seat right now. But as far as political views, we are very, very, very different.
And we will be held accountable at a different standard.
Yeah.
Because of one, we have the R on our chest
Right.
as Republicans.
Right.
Now, of course, we are Republicans. We're not rhinos.
Right.
Okay. There's a big difference,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
but we'll be held to a different standard. But of course,
I was already kind of prepared for that, I guess.
and I mean, I am prepared for that. I understand when I come in to office in Canton in July,
Mhm.
people are going to expect me to start making things happen.
Right.
That's,
Right.
you've been running your mouth, Chip. Been running your mouth for years.
Yep.
This is it.
I thankfully have not been running my mouth for
And
years.
I am willing to take on 30 years of pain that Canton has gone through
Right.
to try and correct it, because I know that coming out after me will be a better situation for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most voters probably realize that as well.
And it's real important. Good morning, Dawn McKenzie.
And see, I've
Good
been thinking
morning,
about that
Debbie
already.
Bergansky. Yeah. I mean, but that's something that,
Because I've been thinking about how hard I don't think many candidates in Jackson are thinking past the election and how hard it's going to be to pick this city up.
and I'm just
And
like,
it's going to be a deep squat.
and it's like, for instance, for Kim Wade to win, it would be, people just don't understand how important that is.
No, they don't. And Kim doesn't either. He was saying that the white men, yesterday, Kim was talking about how Jacksonians for Jackson are having their final mayoral forum on Thursday at the
Right.
East Center. Well, undoubtedly, Horn's not showing up because he pretty much thinks the election's over because he won as the Democrat.
And see, and that's what I'm getting at. If we can get the movement where Rankin County did not let politics
Yep.
ruin their county.
No.
They didn't let the politicians tell them what to do with their property and what they needed to do.
Right.
So we have to inspire not only the people, but the candidates to feel, because as a candidate, you go up, you go through waves. You go, I feel good about it. I feel bad about it. I feel good about it. I feel bad about it. And it's really hard for candidates. That's why so many candidates run when they lose, they give up and never run again. That is, I mean, because when you pour your heart into it and you go door to door,
that would have been my choice. Thank you.
and in your mind, you feel like you let everybody down when you didn't win.
Yeah.
There's that. I mean, and if you go, Chip, you're only going to get 40% of the vote. You're going, well, 40%, you got to get to 50 plus one.
Right.
But 40% means you were close.
Right.
But people don't look at it that way. It's like in Canton. You've got people, when we go to court today, you've got people that are going through the motions, but Tim only won by 25 votes. And on the machines, he only won by 1.
Right.
So that means that 50% of the people that voted, right at 50%, wanted something different. And that is something to extremely worry about.
Well, and I mean, we've only voted in the primaries.
And then the issue.
So is everybody in Jackson and Canton, or Jackson especially, are only Democrats allowed to vote? Is the election over when the primaries are over because we've only elected Democrats up to this point?
In reality, that's what people believe.
Well,
but it's not over.
No.
And it's not over for independents.
No.
And the independent.
And only 20,000 people voted in Jackson, and there's 150,000. So we haven't had a final election yet. And if we have, then that's pitiful.
So for anybody to feel that they can't win, it's wrong. And it doesn't matter what dollar figure you put on how much you do. If you go out and you talk to people and you do the work and you do that, and right now people expect complete change. They want complete change. That's like in Rankin County, after they got everybody turned over. Oh, it was 43 votes. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jolynn. 43 votes.
Okay.
But last night, yesterday morning in Rankin County, when the people spoke,
right,
and they've already said that some people are going to get they want to find people to replace some supervisors. But for so long, people just you've got to stay engaged. And when
Well, yep, that's it. Getting engaged,
and
paying attention,
yes,
jumping in. Just start paying attention.
and people need to hold their current representatives accountable and not give up. I mean, you're like supervisor races are next year.
Okay.
So, it's that time when you hold people accountable. In Madison County, when you look at the picture of all the people that showed up in Rankin County,
Okay.
it looked great. But did you know in Madison County, they did that 3 or 5 or 6 meetings in a row trying to keep D.R. Horton at bay.
Mm-hmm.
And those supervisors sat there in that chair, the 3 amigos,
Right.
and said, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care what the people say. They're not going to show up to vote. We're going to be back in office.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care because they believe they are privileged enough to always be reelected, and they are. And then the people get beat down so much in the community to where they believe that that's the only thing, that the only results we can have is it doesn't matter who gets on the ballot. He's going to win. And he's going to win because he is who he is. He's got it like that. It's like people talking about Benny. Benny isn't that strong. Benny, look at it this way. Out of 30 counties, he's still only drawing 20% of the people. They're not drawing. I mean, 30 counties, and he's only drawing 20% of the people in 30
25.
counties.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. That's turnout in Benny's districts, 25%.
Why do voters just give up? It's just ridiculous that Hinds and Madison County are made of the same type of people that live in Rankin County.
Yeah.
We're all broke. We all work hard for a living. We all get out and do this, that, and the other to make the world run. And we give up. And I'm talking about candidates that run for office. I'm talking about the people that vote for these people. They just give up and say, we can't do anything about it.
Yep. I see that a lot. I don't want to get involved. I don't understand. It's politics. I don't want to deal with it.
We've got to deal with it.
Yep. It's about to land in your face and it's not going to smell good.
We'll be back and talk a little bit more right here on the Chip Matthews Show. She is, of course, Taylor Turcott, running for Ward 7. I am, of course, Chip Matthews, running for mayor of Canton, and I'm going to win, and you're going to win. And that's the facts. I'm just telling you. Get ready. Get ready.
WYAB.
An American home just doesn't seem complete without that flag hanging from the pole on the porch. And where do you get that flag? In Jackson, it's at a Complete Flag Source. I-55 North. You'll find U.S. and Mississippi flags in all sizes. And yes, that new Mississippi flag is available along with international flags and all state and territorial flags. They can build your flagpole and repair that ragged old flag. It's at CompleteFlags.com. That's CompleteFlags.com.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness, and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
Hey everybody, it's John at Two Gun Tactical. We're having Kim Wade Wednesdays at both locations. So you come in and mention Kim Wade on a Wednesday, you get half price range fees. Hey, if you're a member, we're going to give you an extra free target just for mentioning Kim Wade Show. Come on in and work on your shooting and exercise that 2A right that if we don't fight for it, we won't have it much longer. It's twoguntactical.com. That's the number 2, guntactical.com.
You know what's a nightmare? We've all seen that movie where the bad guy's coming and your gun jams up. Luckily, that's just a movie, but you can't take the chance it could happen to you in real life. Hey, y'all, I'm Therese April from Dark Horse Press, and I've written stories about a whole lot of situations where people needed their gun to work for them. So if yours is moody or likes to jam, you need to take it to Guns & Gear. Let their professional gunsmiths look at it and fix it so it'll work when you need it. They're the absolute best at what they do, and that's why I buy all my guns from them. That's Guns & Gear in Gluckstadt. Check them out today.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Divini Equipment, serving you in Madison and Jackson. Stop, call, or click at DiviniEquipment.com.
I'm David Frederick, owner of Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. I'm here to tell you that it's the best time to buy a new Exmark zero-turn mower. With unmatched quality of cut, ease of operation, and low maintenance, it's no wonder why Exmark is the #1 choice of landscape professionals. With sizes starting at 42 inches and 0% financing available, we have an Exmark zero-turn for all size lawns. Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. Come by my store and see why Frederick's has been leading the way and serving you for 30 years since 1993.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Health has always been reactive, focused on fixing problems as they happen. But with Blue Primary Care, we're taking a proactive approach, working with you to help you understand your health and empowering you to be healthy. It's time to prioritize you, your health, and your life. The results? Less worrying and more living. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
Firewoman, yes, 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 firewoman, yeah. Okay.
Takes me right back to 1989.
Here we are. You've got to understand, we're having a conversation here that when you see an artist, they didn't always write the songs. They didn't. The only person who wrote the songs that the whole world sings is Barry Manilow.
I don't think so. There have been
quite
the
songs
a few
of love and
female
everything.
Songwriters that everybody sings their songs.
You mean Joni Mitchell?
No, I don't mean Joni Mitchell, but there's another one right there. Thanks for bringing up number 3. I'm talking about Stevie Nicks, and I'm talking about Dolly Parton. She's written most of the songs, but Stevie Nicks was the songwriting power. I mean, yes, maybe Lindsay had it as well because they met in high school, but she is as much of the power as he was.
Okay, we'll get back to that argument after this.
Yeah, after I have some time to research what songs she wrote.
Don't question me when it comes to music.
Excuse me.
Don't question me.
Don't question me when it comes to Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, I got another question for you. Who was the lead singer of Fleetwood Mac?
Stevie Nicks was the lead singer, but you also had Christine McVie, who sang a lot. Everywhere is one of my favorite songs. So, I mean, she sang that. Lindsay sung a lot of songs as well. He did Big Love.
What about Bob Welch?
Bob Welch.
Bob Welch.
Did he solo any?
No. Yes, he soloed. He did a Sentimental Lady. And what else? What was his other hit?
That was not Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, no, he had left the band Fleetwood Mac. So you have no history of Fleetwood Mac. So zip it.
No history of Fleetwood Mac. I have no history of Fleetwood Mac.
You don't understand the whole band.
I understand the important parts of the band.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
The founding members of Fleetwood Mac did not include Buckingham Nicks.
And
Okay, that's important.
we're talking about the Buckingham Nicks. It's important.
Buckingham Nicks was their solo
Fleetwood,
album.
Did Fleetwood? Well, I was talking about you. I thought you meant them joining the band. Did they have any hits before the two joined the band?
Yes, the Buckingham Nicks album.
No. Did Fleetwood Mac have any hits before?
Yes.
Stevie and them.
Yes.
Well, I don't remember any of them.
You're-
They're not on the greatest hits.
No, they're different eras of Fleetwood Mac, dear.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm only interested in the Stevie Nicks
Well,
and
that's-
Lindsey Buckingham.
That's just like
years.
saying you like the Commodores now, but you don't like them back when Lionel Richie was in the band.
I like them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do either.
I mean,
Ladies' Night or Easy.
Ladies' Night wasn't even them.
Ladies' Night was Cool in the Gang.
We're talking about when we're talking about Commodores, we're talking about the Commodores and
never
Lionel
mind.
Richie.
Sorry.
How do you
Sorry.
throw?
I did
Cool
get
in
that
the
one
Gang?
mixed-
Okay,
did
so
that one
that's
mixed up. Never
enough.
mind.
That's enough. You know nothing about music. I was on the radio doing music when you were listening to me.
I will agree with that, but I will not agree with the fact that I don't know anything about music because I do know quite a bit about music.
I was the first person to play Like a Virgin on the radio in Jackson, Mississippi.
Wow.
And I just
My
went,
goodness.
I went, how shocking is that song? We're gonna
Wow.
we're gonna get in trouble for
I remember
that.
seeing the video for the first time on MTV.
Yes. Let me remind everybody that Canton, Mississippi, this week will be celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Canton Flea Market, a Mississippi tradition.
Oh,
And I remember when it started.
do you?
Yes. I was 3 years old.
You were 3 years old and you remember that.
No, my grandmother and her little group of old ladies put a lot of that behind. Rhiannon, Buckingham Nicks. There's more than that. I've got one
Rihanna,
person. That,
yeah.
No, but there was also, it'll hit me in a second. But anyway, we'll go back to that. The flea market is this week.
Okay.
It's the spring flea market.
Okay.
Some call it the slower business flea market.
Okay.
Because the Christmas one is just a monster.
It is.
Rather than October one
Mhm.
that we call it's got more Christmas in it, but October, it's always the second Thursday in May
Okay.
and October.
Oh, okay.
That a lot of people don't know that. And a long time ago, when they first started, the Ladies Club of Canton
Mhm.
used to sit on all four corners and never call your grandmother old. Okay. That was from my brother. Okay. No, she's not old. But good morning, Lloyd Travis. But the reality is they used to sit on all the ladies clubs. We used to sit on the four corners
Mhm.
where you are, rather the middle of the block where you go onto the square, and everybody signed in on the book with their name and their address, and they sent a thank you letter out for the first, I would say they did that for the first 15, 20 years.
Oh my goodness.
They sent a letter out telling people,
Thank you for
thank you
coming."
for coming to our event.
Wow.
And you want to know, that's social media from the get-go.
That's yeah, you had to handwrite that.
Yeah, and they did it. And I swear they did it. And I always had to play piano at their Christmas music recital. And they did that inside our house. We had a big old grand piano, and we would all get up there and play. And
Uh-huh.
I'd go, oh,
Yeah.
I was a good little boy.
You knew grandmother's gonna beat your ass.
Yes, she is. She'd look across there and say, I'm going to shave his head. He's got 3 6s on it.
You told me that the other day.
I was so evil. I was such an evil child. And that's why I guess I feel obligated
right.
to fix Canton, because my
Children can't
grandparents.
be evil. You weren't evil. Your horns just popped up when you were about to get in trouble.
Yes, that's exactly what popped up.
Mm-hmm.
But, for years, you just don't realize how important your grandparents and the way you were reared is possible, which somebody explained to me the other day that reared does not mean, I was told that you raise corn.
Yeah.
We're
Wow.
reared. You rear children.
Right.
But the other day they said reared is called something. One of the Democrats on TV said reared is called something else. And that's where babies come from the backside. And I was like, what the heck are you talking
What?
about? I'm going to find that, and we'll talk about that at another time.
I would rather not. Thank you.
I was just, it's they called it an anal birth. And I'm like,
Oh,
I mean, have you seen that? I think that was
no,
was one of AOC or
it
one of her
doesn't-
friends.
It doesn't surprise me. That's how men give birth is put. I get. Oh,
AOC was saying this,
yeah.
I believe, or one of her
Yeah,
friends.
get
Good
some
morning,
duct
Russell
tape to
McGuffey.
Shut her up.
But anyway, going back to people being held accountable for cultural change,
Mm-hmm.
we must go vote and fix the problems
Mhm.
of our culture.
Yep.
We must go and fix the roots. We got to water the roots of our community and bring back exactly what it used to be
Mhm.
when we were growing up and enjoyed our city. But what it is the more things you give someone, the more they take advantage of it.
Well, and they don't appreciate it. If you
Correct.
don't have to work for it, it doesn't cost you anything. So you don't appreciate it. You'll throw it right out the window.
And unfortunately, our generation we didn't have the draft. So
Right.
we didn't have to go to war. We didn't have to do anything to enjoy our freedom. And we have allowed ourselves to have a gap in America and real bad here in Mississippi.
No offense, but we're talking about two different generations here that had it easy. Because Gen X, my generation, I don't think we really had it all that easy.
Well-
we have not laid back on our laurels. We
But-
raised ourselves. We drank hose water, and we grew up outside.
Yeah, but the reality is we were the beginning of the people that enjoyed the benefits of living in a free country. The only problems we had then were internal inside the country,
Mhm.
and we fixed those problems.
Yeah.
So now that we fixed those problems, we've let the whole world cave in on top of us. So we have to go back and fix everything else. We've got to get our mental mind back to where there will be an America for somebody else. There will be the Jackson that
Mhm.
we grew up there. There will be the Canton that I grew up in.
We've got to go back to community.
Correct.
Is what we've got to do.
And
We've got to go back to.
You know,
I envision the good old days back when everybody unplugged and went outside and engaged and
we could all,
talked. And
we could all get virtual goggles.
no,
And then inside the goggles, we could create this fantasy world that we all live in.
Chip, that was already coming. It was called Meta. It was called Meta with Facebook. They were going to put goggles on kids and we would never get them out of their rooms because why would they need to leave? They had this virtual life going on in the goggles. And that was a plan for Facebook to take over our kids.
Has anybody ever told you you're crazy? Yes. I do it every day.
I'm not going to say what I was just. Has anybody ever said?
You can't
told you? I can't say it on the radio. What I was.
I know
gonna
they
say
said
back.
I'm crazy.
No. I can't say what I was going to say back.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to take a break and we're going to be back and we're going to find another Buckingham Nicks song.
Okay.
Landslide. Was a Buckingham Nicks song. I got you.
Okay.
That was the one I was trying to think of. But anyway, we'll be back right here on the Taylor Turcotte Show
Yeah. Okay.
with special guest Chip Matthews.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
Okay. It's the Chip Matthews Show. We'll be back right here on WYAB. It's the Chip Matthews Show. We'll be back right here on WYAB.
1039 WYAB.
Venable Glass is your local glass expert, offering residential, automotive, and commercial glass. Venable Glass can do it all. What sets Venable Glass apart from the rest? Unmatched reliability and customer service. Don't forget, tell your insurance company that you want to use Venable Glass. And remember, you do have a choice. Let Venable Glass work hard to earn your business. Call Venable's Ridgeland or Brandon locations today for a free estimate or visit venableglass.com.
Men, let's talk about low testosterone. Do you suffer from any of these symptoms? Low sex drive, ED. Are you always tired, depressed? You have loss of muscle mass? You're obese? Maybe you have loss of focus and drive? Then you, my friends, may suffer from low testosterone. Let my buddies over at Men's Health in Mississippi, located right there in Madison, check your numbers today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. Check them out online at menshealthms.com. That's menshealthms.com. Men's Health Mississippi.
CBS News Brief. Close to 900 flights have been canceled into and out of Newark Liberty Airport over the past week, including dozens already today. That has ripple effects across the whole country. CBS's Elijah Westbrook is there.
We've learned that Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is expected to make an announcement on Thursday about the overhaul of the air traffic control systems.
Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth is ordering at least a 20% reduction in the number of active duty 4-star generals and admirals in the U.S. military. He posted this on social media.
It used to be a ratio of 1 general to 6,000 troops. Today, it's 1 general to 1,400. More generals and admirals does not equal more success.
Germany's conservative leader, Friedrich Merz, suffered a serious blow when he failed to win a parliamentary majority in the first round of voting on him becoming the next chancellor. There will now be at least one more round of voting. CBS News Brief, I'm Matt Piper.
You had an accident. Now you're here in Aftermarket Parts, Insurance Company Preferred, and a lot of other noise that serves to confuse you. Call Clinton Body Shop. We'll keep it simple. We are certified by 19 vehicle makers to assure you get a proper repair. We care about your investment and your safety. Call the shop who only wants one partner in the repair process, and that's you, the owner. In Clinton and in Richland, we work for you. We take pride in perfection.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Green's Tire and Auto on Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland can do it all. Is your check engine light on? Take it to Green's. Air not blowing cold anymore? Take it to Green's. Squeaky brakes, bald tires, misaligned front end? Take it to Green's. Green's Tire and Auto can do it all. Your car can operate just like new again when you take it to Green's. Green's Tire and Auto, Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland. Take it to Green's. 601-957-0201.
If you're a parent or grandparent, you should know that even though Mississippi is ranked as the unhealthiest state in the country, we have the highest vaccination rate for our children and grandchildren. Many of us blindly trust the medical establishment, and now it's time to question vaccine safety. Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights is a grassroots organization working to educate the public and lawmakers about this important topic. Be informed. Go to mpvr.org. Like us on Facebook to stay up to date on the latest information. That's Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights, mpvr.org.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And the king of all media is back. Chip Matthews here on the Chip Matthews Show. I always wanted to say that. The king of all media was Howard Stern, but that was a different era. Gen X went to war, voluntary in the Gulf, no draft in. I guess that they had enough folks to handle the conflict. Well, yeah, I'm not talking about the people that have served in the volunteer army. I mean, right. they have gone and have not gotten the respect that they deserved. You know, same for the people that when the Vietnam people were drafted.
Right. But
since then, you know, no, you know, we don't have enough people doing this. Now the Army's coming back.
Actually, it is since I think that they've had record numbers starting to sign up just since.
And you see that long list there? That's how many members
past
have been
members exactly
of Fleetwood Mac. There's been
exactly, and they weren't a legendary band until Stevie and Lindsay joined.
Okay. I mean, you
can keep. Would you rather have that version?
Do you
that
remember
nobody
the song?
knows?
You remember the song Ebony Eyes?
Nope. I look, 1971. It's when my memory begins on music. Not really. I know before that. But anyway.
Okay. You're just killing me today.
Yeah. Well,
it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
It's just wrong. Well,
Okay.
You're taking up dead air on the mic, Chip.
Well, I mean, you have,
You've lost the argument.
I have not lost the
You
argument.
have.
No. See, you're a woman that thinks you've won an argument. See, this is the same problem we're
I
having
would
in
say
politics.
nobody knows Fleetwood Mac, your version, old before Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham
I
came
know.
on.
I know. Al Underwood's listening right now.
Very few people know. Most people know.
You're saying
my
because
Fleetwood
we're
Mac.
old and dead?
No, I'm saying that most people know the Fleetwood Mac of Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, not of whoever the band that you just showed me that was, what, 5 people?
And Fleetwood Mac was 5 people.
Yeah, but undoubtedly that wasn't a very good band, or they wouldn't have added.
Think about
the
it. There
two
was
to
3
it.
guys and 2 women. That's 5 people.
Well, I know, but that picture that you just showed me was a whole bunch of men. There were no women there.
Yes, Peter Green
Mm-hmm.
and John McVie.
Nobody knows that version of Fleetwood Mac.
You're
Chip.
crazy.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy. You're wrong a lot more than you'll admit. And I went to
Oh.
Brenda's Produce yesterday after I left here to get some zucchinis for a salad that I'm making. And Miss Brenda at Brenda's Produce downtown said that it is not this chilly. Usually it is very cold for this time of the year. And yesterday you said this is completely normal for weather.
Okay.
It's not.
Somebody just put up, Russell McGuffey put it up. Chip is like Eddie Trunk. He knows music well.
I didn't say that you didn't know music well. I'm saying that Fleetwood Mac is Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks
No.
frontlining.
No.
Yes.
No.
The band that you just held up that did not have them, nobody would have known of them.
Yes, they did.
Well, then why did they have to add too many people to it?
Because the one other
To
people
get to
break
people like me. I don't remember a Stevie Nicks,
those
Fleetwood Mac
people,
without Stevie Nicks.
those people left the band to become solo artists,
Well,
and they did well.
I don't know any of them. So undoubtedly they didn't do that well.
Just because you don't know them doesn't mean that they didn't exist.
Well, I didn't say that. I
Okay.
said they didn't do that well. If I don't know who they are, then they didn't do that well. Undoubtedly.
Okay, this is it. We're going to have a radio show one day, and we're going to bring in all these people that know that I am the king of all me. King, the king.
I'm not debating any of that. I'm saying that
And when
you
I say that
wrong about the fact that Fleetwood
Ebony
Mac
Eyes,
is that.
Sentimental Lady, Bob Welch, great stuff. Peter Green had great stuff after leaving the band.
Okay, it may have been great stuff, but it's not Stevie Nicks.
And it all
And
came from when they
Buckingham
used to originally be the
and
John
Fleetwood Mac.
Whitehall Blues Breakers.
Well,
That's where McVie and all he and where Fleetwood was, Mick Fleetwood.
most people don't even know who McVie is. I mean, if you say McVie, they're going to think Christine. They're not going to think that the man.
That her husband was in the band.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, most people don't know John McVie. If you talk about Fleetwood Mac, they'll know Christine McVie or Stevie Nicks or Buckingham or probably the drummer before they would know.
You look like you were in ABBA.
What?
You look like you were in ABBA. Or ABBA, as we said here.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
Yes.
Wow, it didn't land that way. Sorry.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you saw the girls in ABBA, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Blonde-headed and
They were from Sweden, Norway, something like
Sweden.
that.
Sweden. Okay, so today's program is completely off the
Chip
rails
can be wrong.
because we have done
He may
what
not admit it, but he can be.
we have done what I say we should never ever ever do, and that's
what is that?
talk between the breaks. And we're talking between the breaks. Also, let's see what's going on. I'm looking in the Madison County Journal at what went on in Madison County.
Mhm.
A DoorDasher was charged with theft.
Oh goodness, what did he steal?
Illegal
A bite of something?
An illegal sentence for sexual assault.
A DoorDash?
No, that's
Oh.
a different headline.
Oh,
It's more than one headline. And then there's a legal ad in the paper. Madison County School District will hold a public hearing on May 12th at the Madison County Schools Central Office on Highland Colony to look at the budget and notice a proposed ad valorem tax effort. So they'll talk about raising taxes or not raising taxes.
okay.
Let's see what else we got here.
Looks like we got some girls tennis champions
Yes.
on the front page.
Okay.
MRA.
Okay. Yeah, the girls 6A
Mm-hmm.
tennis champs are from MRA. Yep.
Yep.
There you go. You read that right. And so is the golf team. And then JA wins state title. MRA and JA win state titles.
There we go.
Okay. But anyway, big news is coming today in Canton. That's interesting. That is what
Are
just
you
came
reading?
up. No, I'm
that?
I'm reading online. But today, understand today in Canton at 9:00, they're holding a trial
Okay.
to determine if the people of Canton, Christy McVie is a better singer than Stevie Nicks and can play more instruments than a tambourine. That's Lloyd Travis. You can't put that on me. But anyway, let's go back to this Canton thing.
Everywhere is my favorite song, and so I would agree
That's-
with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Stevie Nicks, but
Okay.
don't if you're going to bring it up, then don't quiet me down after when I.
Well, I'm saying we
comment.
need to talk about politics. That's what we do here.
Well, get to it then.
Okay. In Canton, there'll be court. And all of y'all are welcome to come to court. I was going to bring a hot dog wagon when I thought that it was going to be a bigger court trial than what it was going to be and give out free hot dogs in the parking lot.
Right.
Fred Cerami and I were going to do that.
Okay.
But we're still going to do that if you read.
Okay.
But for this event today, we'll be deciding Barbara Blackman has filed a thing for the 3,000 people she says were disenfranchised who lived at the apartment complex that is kind of right down from Germantown High School.
Okay.
That is Canton people.
3,000 people live in that apartment.
Yeah, but the thing is, 3,000 people haven't registered to vote.
I was going to say that's a stretch for.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, apartment complexes those are non-votes. That's why it hurts when they redistricted District 4 in Madison County and took in all the apartments in Ridgeland into Madison County. Those were non-votes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took out Lake Caroline.
Right.
And then they said, well, we took in all of this Ridgeland area, and Ridgeland is a Christian community.
Mm-hmm.
Conservatives, but no, it's not. No, it is not.
You don't think Ridgeland is a conservative? I think some of Ridgeland's conservative.
Okay.
I think a lot more people are conservative than they realize.
Okay. And they're
They
talking
just
about
don't understand what conservative
they're
means.
talking about the girl in the lawsuit today. They used the Crutcher's girl's name in their lawsuit without her knowledge. Well, that's neither here nor there. You know, they're talking about Barbara Blackman. If she signs an affidavit, she's in it.
Right.
I mean, that's just that. But and then she gave an affidavit on that she voted. But I do know that she did vote, and her vote did count in both elections. But so it's really a non-issue that we're going to court to settle today. It's a non-issue on somebody got disenfranchised from voting. But what they did not do, and there was all kind of stuff that made this happen, the poll books and the lines for the redistricting after Canton took in that area,
right?
No one seems to have a copy of it. And no one seems to show that those names were added to the rolls, to the poll books. And that would fall on, I say it falls on the county, although it would fall on the clerk also of the city of Canton, but she was suspended during getting ready for the election.
And we still don't know why.
We still don't know why. And
is she still suspended or is she back?
She's back. She was back in time for the election.
For the election.
But they had a contract. The Democratic Party had a contract with the county to load the books.
Right.
And then, of course, the person who handles District 4 for the Madison County Election Commission also works in the mayor's office in Canton. I mean, y'all, this is really something bigger than it is.
Yeah.
And I hope.
Did I not say yesterday, what are they trying to draw our attention from?
But I'm just saying, people don't know what's going on, and there's nobody to hold them accountable for it except the people.
Exactly.
And
the
if-
people don't know how to do it.
and the people don't know how to do it because somebody lost the instructions 50 years ago on how to run an election in any part of Mississippi. That's all I can say. There's only one county that gets it right, and that's Rankin County, from what I can tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You
We're going to
can't
take
really-
a break. We got to take another break. This show is musically
We
inept.
need election reform.
We need election reform, and
Big.
And she needs
Big, huge.
And you need a Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits album that
No, we-
wasn't
we-
printed in the 90s. We'll be back.
WYAB. I'm Sean Yurkron, and I've spent nearly 20 years in the courtroom. First as a prosecutor in Hinds County, now fighting for my clients as a defense attorney. I know how the system works, and I know how to protect your rights. If you're facing criminal charges, don't wait. Call me at 601-862-1320 or visit me at onetextlaw.com. That's onetextlaw.com. Serious cases need serious defense. And remember, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. Let's get to work.
The weather is heating up, and the deals are even hotter at Mazda of Jackson. Right now at Mazda of Jackson, you can drive home your dream Mazda with low financing rates available. 2.9% for 72 months on most models, or finance 36 months and pay just 0.9%. That's right, 0.9%. Experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. It's time to choose Mazda. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Pet emergencies don't wait, so why should you? At Urge Vet Emergency Vets of Madison, we offer low wait times and cutting-edge technology to provide fast, expert care for all household pets. Our hours of operation are weeknights 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. and 24 hours on weekends and holidays. Our phone number is 601-790-1918 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Because when it comes to your pet's health, trust the team that's fast, reliable, and compassionate.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Nick Bain served Mississippi for over a decade in the State House. During that time, he fought for our children by protecting them against explicit materials pushed by the woke agenda. He protected taxpayers by streamlining government and helped create policies that have made Mississippi better. Nick and his team at Bain Bowen will use the same tenacity in helping you with all your legal matters. Call them today at 601-953-2994. Find Nick online at bainbowen.com. That's BAIN Bowen.com.
I've always believed that being your jeweler means being there for you with the highest quality jewelry repair and custom design services in the state. I'm John Ravenstein.
I'm Corey Ravenstein. That's why here at Juniker Jewelry Company, you'll find the largest team of fine jewelry professionals and artisans in Mississippi.
Only here at Juniker's will you find 4 master goldsmiths. We do everything in-house. Your jewelry never leaves our shop.
We even have jewelry designers on staff to help you create that one-of-a-kind piece you've always dreamed of.
Juniker's master craftsmen set the stones, work the metals, and polish everything to perfection.
There is almost nothing we can't create or fix like new again.
For Mississippi's finest jewelry repair and true old-world craftsmanship, come see us at Juniker Jewelry Company.
Our trusted jewelry professionals are here for you.
Juniker Jewelry Company, Mississippi's direct diamond importer. 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and JunikerJewelry.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And we're back here on the final segment here on the Chip Matthews Show.
That better not be.
Remember today, along with all this other stuff that's going on in Canton with the lawsuit in the morning, we also have an alderman meeting tonight.
Right.
And at that meeting is the one where Lawrence Blackman has everybody marching to the courthouse to demand the police chief be eliminated or fired.
Right. Right.
And because you have 11 unsolved crimes and murders in Canton, and you have a lot more than that. It's one of the highest murder rates in the state and in the country.
Right.
And it's hard to believe that our murder rate is higher than Jackson, but it actually is.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Because
these
it's
are
per
things,
capita.
and we got to stop the killing. We got to do all that. That has got to happen.
It does.
In this election cycle.
It does.
And I will make that stop. I am not afraid of what is going on in Canton. There are people that are intimidating people. And yes, I should be afraid, but you can't be afraid. You can't run. You can't hide. You've got to go and you got to go do the job. That's your job.
Yep.
So
we have a city council meeting in Jackson this morning at 10 a.m.
And you going?
I'm going to see if I can get online and watch it. You're supposed to be able to watch it online. So no, I'm not going down there to City Hall to it.
Are you scared?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm not scared, but there's not enough room in there for everybody to
Yeah.
the whole city to squeeze in. So that's another thing I'm thinking about is that we need to be sure that these are that the city council meetings are up online so people can tune in even if they're not there.
Okay. Well,
Well,
it's going to be a fun day today. We got a lot to do, and you've got a lot of research.
I do.
You got to go home and pull out some albums. They're called albums, not CDs.
I know exactly what an album is like. My mother told me that my father had probably one of the most complete album collections that she had seen in the early 70s.
Well, then he would
So
have.
I know
he
what-
would have had Buckingham Nicks.
He probably did.
and
And I
he-
think that I remember seeing it, and it maybe even said Buckingham Nicks at the bottom of it was the album cover, the picture of the two of them together and Buckingham
and
Nicks
they're
at the
nude,
bottom.
They're nude on the front.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, see that?
Yes, he had that. In fact, my grandmother sent my aunt in to actually, I'm gonna have to get the story from my aunt, to actually tape, to put the sleeve. She glued the sleeve to the front because
And
my
s-
grandmother didn't like what the
And some of
album
the-
cover looked like.
And some of the members of
And
Fleetwood
now I'm
Mac
getting to understand why.
came from a band called Bodacious DF.
I don't know about any of those. I
And
know
some of
about-
those guys became Jefferson Airplane.
Well, see, now I
Okay.
know Jefferson Airplane.
And they became Jefferson Starship.
There you go.
Okay. And then Biscayne Starship.
There you go.
Okay. Musical trivia live right here on WYAB. I'm your host. Okay. Well,
Yep.
anyway, lots going on. A lot of people need to get out. We'll have some political
What?
information tomorrow.
I hope so.
We'll be talking about it. We'll be fighting about something.
Yep.
Next thing you're going to tell me there was 10 members in the band ZZ Top.
No,
And
there
Lindsey
were
Buckingham.
three there. Thank you.
And she wrote all the songs. Stevie Nicks wrote all the songs.
No, I didn't say she wrote all the songs.
Okay.
I said she wrote a lot of the songs.
But
Chip,
anyway.
chip, 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 chip.
Anyway,
Chip, chip.
that's going to do it for me. Chip Matthews says, I'm going to do it for you. Taylor
Mhm.
Turcotte.
Mhm.
We'll be at court at 9. They'll be running a repeat of my program here at 9 o'clock, but it won't be this program. It will actually be one that's a little bit more informative than we have been today.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Clay Edwards is next.
See y'all.